You know what's something that Twitch streaming has made me feel a lot more? I feel like I really feel a lot more strong about the viewers who like turn up like every day to the shit.
Yeah.
I don't know why. Because like, you know, when you're YouTubing, I see that fucking, who's a ninja guy who comments on every video?
That guy without a mustache?
There's like 500 of these channels now, right? You're like, oh, the same people can't, whatever. But like on Twitch, it's like, all right, I know a bunch of the names of people who like turn up every single time. There's this person called like Blue Sky Days who every single stream gives me 5 subs, and I feel like they've made it into a ritual. I'm not trying to, I just want to, there you go. They just shout out. Thank you. I really appreciate it. But like, to me, it's like, again, going back to the hate stuff as well, it's like, all right, when I think about getting sad about some people not liking what you do or whatever, I'm like, okay, but like how much more would it hurt me if I had to explain to, say, that person who maybe turns up all the time, be like, hey, by the way, I'm quitting. I don't like this because some people said mean things about me. I feel like seeing that person be like, oh, you're going to quit? But I like watching your stuff. That would hurt me way more than anything anyone could say. Like,
of course.
Connor's fell off ratio, you know, whatever. that nothing. You know?
Yeah, of course.
I mean, to me, like, I feel the same with like some of my patrons because I have patrons who have been fans of me for like, or who have been watching me since since like, you know, 10 years ago or something. And they've been there since the start of when I opened my Patreon, and they're still with me to this day. And I'm just like, that's fucking insane. You know, that's like, you know, shout out to all you guys in the Patreon Discord server because it's like I like having my Patreon Discord server because it's just like a very close-knit community, and it's just, you know, it's nice having just familiar faces that have just
it is.
like,
It is.
just
really
like
helps.
stuck with you for that long. You know, it makes you feel, what's the word? Not validated, but just happy that you kind of do what you do. You know?
Yeah, very much.
I definitely feel that way as well about like, you know, like YouTuber friends who were there since like the very beginning, right? Like I have a couple who were still around, like, you know, back when I had like fucking less than 1,000 subs, right? And I was doing like gaming videos and shit, and like I still talk to a lot of them, and like, you know, if I would have, again, same thing. Like, if I would have just one day be like, yeah, I kind of just fucking hate this, you know, people are shitting on me, blah, 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 then, you know, I would, it's like betraying a family member at this point, you know? It's like they've been there, they've seen, you know, thick and thin of me and being like, nah, dude, you got this. And they've like believed in me the entire time, right? And then for me to just be like, I can't take a bunch of people, you know, giving me shit for saying that Jujutsu Kaisen was okay. You know, I'm sorry, I have to.
I was considering it in the podcast. I was like, fuck Joey.
Yeah. I have to go.
Ignorant fuck. Didn't like Jujutsu Kaisen. I'm done. It's over with.
I didn't say I didn't like it. It's okay.
You didn't come.
It's just okay. It's just okay.
That is offensive to everything I hold dear.
The more you say it, the more offensive it sounds.
Stop.
I don't know how this is happening.
That's you know,
am I supposed to rephrase? It was average.
It wasn't average. I'm not even going to entertain you on this. It was better than average. Come on.
Why do you think I don't want to start these conversations?
These are the kind of people that will say it's average and then give Love Life a 7 out of 10. You know what I mean? It's like, I can't stand this.
Oh, I mean, I don't even want to get into Love Life, dude. Are you kidding me? Fuck that.
You just angered all the Love Life fans with that one.
That is a conversation I'm not going to engage in for good reason.
I know a lot of Love Life fans. I'm hating on you guys. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm just joshing with you guys.
They won't take it that way. They'll be like, I can't believe you took this as a joke.
Here goes my L this week.
There's your cancellation for the week.
Wait, sorry. What were you
I was going to say we're very fortunate that you know, in YouTube it's hard to have not hard, but it can be quite difficult to be friends, have good friendship with other YouTubers for a long period of time, just because of the nature of the job.
Oh, definitely.
It just you know, things change, people get busy, people move, people get on with their life, do different content, fall off ratio, all that kind of stuff, you know, like the work. So, you know, very, very lucky there were some good friends. And we've been friends for a very long time. We all happen to kind of be around the same kind of sphere and do the same thing, same time, and it all kind of worked out. Very lucky.
And I think, that's like another thing as well, is that like, I think, you know, like if we're going back to like, you know, fucking helpful advice for like people starting off, right? Like another one that I get often as well is that like, oh, what do I do about like collabing and stuff, you know, because it's like, you know, I feel that's like the easiest way to grow out your channel from an early stage. And I'm like, yes, in a sense, if you do it right. But you know, you shouldn't be like a channel with 200 subs and fucking DMing Felix to like collab with you, right? Like that's, you know, you got to know your boundaries and stuff like that. And also like another piece of advice that I saw on Twitter the other day, which I thought was very true, was that you know, I think a lot of like YouTubers have this like weird, especially those starting off, have this like weird misunderstanding that they think everyone who collabs with them is also a friend of theirs. And that is just unfortunately not true.
Sometimes
there
it's just
are
business.
a lot of people who just see it as business, who just want to do this one-time thing or just to do this thing to benefit themselves, but also, you know, the person they're collabing with.
Yeah.
And it's almost unhealthy to see a person who you collab with as just your mate.
Yeah.
Right? Like there's a very big difference between a collaborator and an actual friend.
Yeah.
And I think like once you've like really fully started to understand that at an early stage and really gone and thought to yourself, okay, who is actually my friend? Like someone who will hang out with me when the cameras are not rolling.
Yeah.
And who is someone that is just there for the clout.
Do you have a hard time drawing that line? Like,
No.
No.
It's like, you know,
I've done this for long
This is
enough
just
now
being-
where
yeah,
I
this
know.
Yeah. It's like being an adult, right? You just kind of, God forbid I have to be an adult. You know, you kind of learn just, you know, you vibe with people. Sometimes you don't vibe with people. Sometimes someone is really, like, you really love what they make and you really like how they go about it. And sometimes you hang out with them and it just didn't click, you know, it's kind of weird. The conversation was a little like, oh, okay. And other times it's like, holy shit, like I got on so well with this person, but then maybe you feel that way and they don't, which is then, this is an experience thing we have to learn. All right. Okay. Even if I really like that person, I liked hanging out with them, I want to talk to them again. It's like, all right, you got to be like normal about it. Don't be like, let's hang out next day. Let's do it. You know?
Yeah.
Like,
I space it out a bit.
Yeah. I don't know how we got to like that. I don't know how we became super close, but because I remember there was definitely a time when I was like, yeah, these guys are cool, but I don't want to like burden them. You know? I don't want to like text them too much. Because I remember like when I met Gone, we didn't really talk in between hanging out. It was kind of like we'd hang out and then it was like a thing. I don't really know.
I mean, you sent me a fucking email.
I sent you an
sent me an
email.
email.
I don't know how that worked. I would have put that right in the trash.
Yeah. I mean, I'm the type of guy who really connects with someone hanging out.
Yeah, same.
Hanging out like personally or physically, you know. Like
Gone needs to touch your face. He should lick your sweat. Suck your gut.
What?
If you're a JoJo fan.
I didn't know what the fuck you were talking about there.
Gone will sexually harass you.
You are not a friend of mine until I suck your dick.
Gone is Harvey Weinstein.
I was going to mention I'm the type of guy who might not talk so much like online or on the phone. But like
I'm joking. God does not sexually harass people.
It was just like visual like whiplash for me because I was trying to make this poignant point and then Connor just goes, God sucks dick, he's like sweat. I'm just like, what did I say? What did I say?
Confirm. That was a weird time at the onsen. Pretty sure I was told that's how you do it.
Yeah, because I remember we didn't message too much, but I had a fun time hanging out whenever we hang out in person, and we just ended up hanging more times in person, and I guess it just happened naturally, right? But I mean, going from what you said about being friends versus collaborators, I like even me as someone who doesn't collab too much. I mean, I barely collab at all. But even me as a content creator, I can already. There are some content creators who you enjoy their content and you really respect the work that they do, but there are some people that you just think, I probably wouldn't get along with you. I love the work you do, but I probably would not get along with you. And on the opposite end, there are also other people who you don't like their content, but you're like, maybe I can get along with this guy.
Definitely.
Seems like a chill dude or something.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's that whole thing of like separating the artist from the art, right? Which is way easier said than done in a lot of cases.
It's just tough. It's a tough argument.
I also, it just feels like it's been so long since I've been able to like meet a lot of new content creators who I've watched because of the past 2 years, because we've only been able to meet people in Japan.
Right.
And I feel like now, normally like you get a point every year where you get to this opportunity to fly out to America or fly out to somewhere, fly out to conventions and actually meet fellow content creators. And I just feel like, I've forgotten what that feels like now.
Yeah,
I've forgotten what it feels like just to have that
just
like
meet
first
people.
Just have like the first awkward meeting of just, oh hey, I watch your stuff. I like what you do. And then like
it's like, oh thanks. You want to take a photo?
I miss just getting to speak English to people. I just want to speak English to someone.
Do you remember the first time you met someone online who you knew online, but you'd never like met in real life? Do you remember what that feeling's like?
Oh,
because it's always I know like one of the biggest things I first notice. It's always height. Always height.
Oh yeah.
They are never the height you expect them to be. And
absolutely.
you know that's true on my end as well, because every time someone meets me, that's the first comment every time.
It's either height or, depending on if you're a content creator who shows their face or not, it's also like how they look as well.
Yeah.
Like, I definitely got that when I first met John, Super Eye Patch Wolf, because, you know, he's in almost all his videos, he never shows his face.
Yeah,
right? So for the longest time, people didn't know what he looked like.
Yeah.
And then, you know, obviously when he first blew up, everyone was like, all the YouTubers were like, this guy's content's fucking amazing. It's great. I would love to meet him. And then when we heard that he was coming to AX, everyone was like, it was like a fucking AX guest. He was like, yo, hype, Super Eye Patch Wolf's coming to AX, dude. Let's fucking go. And then you go to the gathering.
Yeah.
And there's a bunch of faces there that you think might be Super Eye Patch Wolf, right? But you don't know who, right? Because you've never seen his face.
Yeah.
And then when you meet him finally, I remember the first thing I said to John, I was like, I'm sorry if this is weird, but you're like really hot.
I mean, he is.
If I was a chick,
my God.
If I was a chick, I would be head over heels.
He is the Sigma male of YouTube.
He really is.
Sigma.
And luckily, he took it in like a good way, right?
That fucking jawline, man.
Dude,
God, John, please.
That man,
please, John.
like, dude, he could break bricks with that jawline.
Yeah.
Like, it's crazy how hot he is.
Why aren't you more on camera more
I
often?
know. You need to show your face more, John. You're a good-looking dude.
Although he did buy a Dell computer, that was kind of.
Oh yeah, that was a great video.
Yeah, that was a good video.
Imagine buying a Dell computer.
Yeah.
Couldn't be me.
But like, you know, when it comes to like looks as well, but also like physique and as you said, like height, you know, like I get my fucking height pointed at all the goddamn time, and I'm like, I never thought that would be a weird thing.
Yeah.
Did you ever meet up with people online often, like before YouTube? Was it everything you ever used to do?
No, not really.
Yeah, because I feel like I made online friends because of YouTube.
Yeah, same.
And like not the other way around. So it's with more, especially during the pandemic, with more people making friends online, I'm sure a lot more people are going to be experiencing this experience. But it was like an alien experience to me the first time I did it, and it's still weird. I never get used to meeting someone who I know online, and maybe especially if they're like a content creator, you know? And it feels so weird now because I'm a content creator and I've been on the other side of it, and I still like sometimes I just don't know how to approach someone whomst I know.
It's so weird. It's like it's that feeling of meeting that content creator that you've only seen in video in person, and the first thing that pops into your mind is, I've only ever seen you behind a screen. like that mentality never dies. It's so weird. Even though I'm also in that same position now to that other person, right?
It's so weird. It's so weird. One of my first thoughts is, oh, that's what the back of their head looks like. I don't know why.
Why is that?
Because it's just not an angle you've ever seen. So it's just so surreal seeing like just this angle of just like, is that that person? And it's just like, oh wait, no, it is that person. Oh, okay.
I kind of get what you mean.